Well, on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the New York Giants. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down. At the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set! Block 80! Easy, easy. Let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. Alert, alert! Check 93.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here we go,
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check out.
Take two of them. Easy, easy.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
44. Check 93's the mic.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this one's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
That's another Steelers first down.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. Now Saquon Barkley, he'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game. And they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Roethlisberger now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what was going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? Check.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 10 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now left side on the swing pass. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Manning. And Tate's got it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Manning. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw, it's Manning. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand.
Like 20.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The New York set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A toss out to Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Score! 70, Indy. He's checking.
A first down carry for Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now on 2nd and 13. Manning. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Kill.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Manning. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
You see me out here. That's why we can't be stopped.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
At their own 10-yard line.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be...
And nothing but daylight ahead. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken the lead. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on second down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the second down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Like 80.
They start the drive with counter. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On first down, Connor, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 35 on second down, Roethlisberger. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now it's Barkley. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, they might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's McDonald. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
We want it. Come to my work.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor. And some room to maneuver. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 60 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Just like that. Just like that. Shoot!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th. As accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The veteran safety Antoine Bethea there on the defensive coverage. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, it's
the big fella. This one complete right side to McDonald. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald, 73 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Steelers 21.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready? 30 base.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Let's go.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Joe Hayden there to bring him down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Giants do snap it. It's Manning. Caught right side, Tate. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Dancing to his left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A first down carry for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go now. 10-2, sir.
Manning to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Check. Lucky.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down on the 37.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 2nd and inches, Manning. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all.
And he's across for the touchdown, and in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
So now Eli and the Giants will line up and go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Like 30.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Showing it. Check, 93.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the left side, it's McDonald. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Like 80. Quarter. Check, 93's the mic. I'm clacking.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. B.J. Goodson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Got it. 26. Hey, Sam off. Watch the block. Motion. Rock it.
Here's a give to Barkley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.